Hey everyone, I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are continuing the coverage of the Transformers PR box that Hasbro sent along a few weeks ago. This includes Transformers War For Cybertron Earthrise figures, and this is a continuation of the third wave of deluxe figures that are available now. Shown here are Runamuck and Fasttrack that are both Decepticons. These figures, this wave also includes Trailbreaker and Sunstreaker that were reviewed last week. So as you can see, the figures are packaged in the standard deluxe window box packaging. Great artwork. They really did a fabulous job on it. These sides of the box gives you some great artwork of the characters there. It's really stellar work here. And of course, the back. This gives you a look at the figures with all of their modes here. Runamuck transforms into a car, but Fasttrack transforms into more things. One thing he can transform into is the sword for Scorponok. He also transforms into this ground vehicle here. And you could even put a minifigure of Lord Zarak. Looks like he fits right in the seat there. And he can also break apart into all of those little pieces as you see there. And of course, the sides of the packaging. This is just like the t-shirt that I showed in the PR box. And I've been showing this image throughout all these reviews. It's a great shot of all of the many of the Transformers. They really did a very nice job on this. So I'm going to open these up and let's take a closer look. So here's your in-hand look at Runamuck and Fasttrack. As I keep saying, Hasbro has been doing a fantastic job on Transformers, especially since Combiner Wars. What I mean by that is that we've been getting characters such as these two that we normally don't get. These two characters haven't been offered to general retail release since the 80s, since the original line. So this is kind of a big deal for the brand and Transformers fans in particular. So as I'm sure you're aware, Runamuck was a Fans' Choice winner that fans chose out of a number of other characters. He was the winner of that. And this is a really impressive sculpt. There's a side view of him there. Here's the other look. You see the port right there, which are compatible with some of the smaller Transformers figures. You can also plug the blaster in there. You also see the Decepticon logo right there on his chest. He's mostly painted in white, and that's over the black plastic. So just be aware some flaking could occur. So be extra careful with that. And you also see a little bit of gold deco right there on the bottom. Here's a little bit more gold, and that's in metallic colors right there. And here's a look at the back. You see the port right there on top of the car. Transforms into vehicle mode, and you can plug the blaster right on top of the hood there. And of course, Fasttrack. Just look at all that great attention to detail. This is another character that we haven't gotten a figure of since the 1980s. So it's a really good thing to have some obscure characters in the line. There's a side view. Just look at all that great attention to detail given to this figure. And of course, there's a look at the back. So let me just remove the blasters, giving you guys a look. So there's a look at the hands right there. And turning Fasttrack around, this bladed accessory can be placed on the back there as shown. And here's a comparison of Runamuck and Runabout. These guys haven't been offered to mass retail since 1986, but they've had figures since then. Some notable mentions: the Transformers Collectors Club, and at least Runamuck had a Creo figure available, but not anything like this. The figures use the same exact sculpt, new heads between the two, and Runamuck only has one blaster, while Runabout has two. So let's give you guys a look. Side view and everything. And let's turn them around. So you see all the differences in the deco and everything. So Runabout was cast in black plastic, while Runamuck was painted white. So when I said the paint could chip, it's because it was painted over the black plastic. So just be aware of that. There's a lot of fun details in this figure, especially in the legs. You should be able to see some of those sculpted details on the camera there. Maybe in the black, you can see it a little bit better. A lot of attention to detail there. The Decepticon logo is on both their chests. And here's a look at the instructions for Runamuck. It's really not that difficult to transform him, but you might need a little bit of experience. So there's a look at all the steps there. Turning it around. So once you're finished, you're going to have an 80s sports car, which looks like this. So there's your look there. You see I put the blaster on the hood there. Turn this around. It's a great little vehicle. The Decepticon logo is on the hood there, which I showed you guys while he was in robot mode. And there's a look at the bottom. There's another Decepticon logo there. And let's just take this off. Giving you guys another look. And here's a look at Fasttrack. Back in 1987, he was actually a headmaster for Scorponok. So this is the first time that he's offered as a larger Transformer figure. And I think they did a very nice job on him. You see all that great sculpted detail there. The head sculpt is phenomenal. Let's turn this guy around, give you guys a look at all the sides. You see all the ports and everything there. So he can transform into a Cybertronian 6-wheeled vehicle, and that's pretty cool. I'll be showing you guys that. He can also transform into a giant sword for Scorponok, so that's another very cool thing about him. And another pretty neat thing about him is that he's modular, so you can break him apart, use these parts for other Transformers figures. As you see, I'm taking apart the arms and legs and everything. So I think that's... oh, that comes off too. So there's a lot of different ways to use this figure, and we'll be going over some of those. But here's a look at all the parts and everything. And here's a look at the instructions for Fasttrack. There's a lot going on with them. So here's a look at the transformation in the Cybertronian vehicle mode. You can see how it transforms and everything. Lord Zarek, the Titan Master, can be seated right on the back there. Here's a closer look for you guys. And he's also compatible with Ironworks. I reviewed Ironworks, I think it was last year. So go back and check that out. And of course, turn this over. This gives you a look at all the parts and everything right there. The top part. Gives you a look how to transform him back into robot mode there. This segment here is transforming him into the sword for Scorponok. There's a look there. And down here, this is a some kind of cannon blaster that's compatible for Runamuck, which is another really cool feature. And there's your look at it there. And here's a look at Fast Track in vehicle mode. This is a small Cybertronian type vehicle, and it's kind of interesting design-wise. It definitely looks alien, and I think they did a very nice job on it. You see the two blasters right in front there. This piece here, this bladed piece, goes right there. And the back, you see the head of the robot and his chest there. And as I'm moving it around, you'll see the 6 wheels move, so that's a nice touch. And here's a look at Fast Track being used as a cannon gun for Runamuck. This serves as a backpack, and the arms go over the shoulders like this, and he can fire at Autobots up in the sky somewhere. These here don't go any further down, which is unfortunate, but so that's the design of it. Overall, I think they did a very nice job on it. It's just a little bit fragile, so you got to be careful. And let me demonstrate. So this doesn't go down any further. This just stays up there like that. But it is a nice little gimmick, and I showed you on the instructions that Fast Track can be used as the sword for Scorponok. And here's another look at Runamuck and Runabout, but this time with Fast Track over the shoulders for Runamuck. It would also be compatible for Runabout, as they share the same sculpt. So overall, I think Hasbro's done a phenomenal job on these figures. It's really the best it's ever been since the 80s with character selection. Incredible amount of detail on these. I definitely think fans are really enjoying Earthrise, and Kingdom is starting to ship now. So these are really a hit. The brand is really the best it's been in decades, in my opinion. Pretty much since the original line, although I really enjoyed Beast Wars back when it was on. So I'm very happy to have the Beast Wars figures in Kingdom, which are, again, available right now. I would strongly suggest picking these up. You won't regret it. These are great figures, great homage to the 80s line. Likeness, detail, there's definitely a lot to love about them. Go buy them. You definitely won't regret them. Thank you again to Hasbro for providing their PR box for review. There is one more review coming up for Smokescreen, so stay tuned for that. I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Please check out the written portion and photo gallery of this review. We would appreciate that. Check out our other reviews and daily toy news on ToyHypeUSA.com. Thanks, guys, and stay tuned.